Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be making albondigas, which is a Spanish meatball soup. What you'll need to get started is salt, pepper, tomato sauce, some flour, celery, carrots, yellow onion, garlic or granulated garlic, some mint, an egg, lime, cilantro, a potato, chicken stock, rice, and avocado, and some oil. So let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and prepped the ingredients. What you're gonna need is a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic, a half teaspoon of pepper, a half a tablespoon of salt, 2 sprigs of mint finely chopped, a third of a cup of white rice, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, a third of a cup of flour, 2 jalapenos, and I went ahead and split these, and a quarter of a large yellow onion finely chopped. So you can kind of see how I cut the carrots, about the size, and the potatoes are about the same size, maybe a little bit larger. And here's what the celery should look like. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with a pot, a good sized pot, and we're gonna put it onto a high heat and go ahead and add a little bit of oil. You don't need a lot of oil, just enough to saute the onions. And as you can see, this pot is already hot here. So you're gonna go ahead and add about 3/4 of the onions that you've chopped. And just saute those up. Then you're going to go ahead and add water. You'll kind of see how much water to add as you throw in the vegetables. From here, we're going to throw in our tomato sauce. The chicken stock. Your 2 jalapenos. And the carrots and potatoes. We're gonna hold off on the celery just so that we can get them a little bit more crisp. And we'll go ahead and bring that to a boil. All right, guys, so as the soup over here is coming to a boil, we're gonna go ahead and make the meatballs. It's kind of a messy job, but here's how we do it. Okay, so to start, we've got our dry rice. We're gonna add some water to this and throw it into the microwave, just because it's not fun when rice is undercooked. This is gonna go in the meatballs, so I'm just adding some water to fill it up a little bit, and I'm gonna throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. All right, so I threw it in the microwave and drained it, so now we're ready to go. We've got 1.25 pounds of ground turkey, and we're gonna go ahead and add the granulated garlic, the pepper, the salt, the mint, the remainder of the onion, the rice. It can be a little bit hot, so be careful. The flour and the egg. Here comes the messy part. We're gonna mix it all by hand, trying to make sure that you get some of all of the pepper, all of the ingredients into every bite of the meatball. And now we're ready to start forming the meatballs. So as you can see, the pot is boiling, and now we're gonna go ahead and add the celery. We're also gonna add a little bit of cilantro. Stir that up. And it's time to add the meatballs. You can tell if you have enough water in the pot or not based on whether or not the meatballs are going to be able to fully submerge. So this is about the size meatball that you want, and just drop them in. So as the meatballs are cooking, every once in a while you're going to want to go ahead and use a spoon just to flip them over very gently. You don't want them to fall apart, but you want to make sure that they get cooked evenly. And then from here, we'll leave it sit for about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and as you can see, the meatballs are done. Look nice and well cooked, nice and brown. So we'll go ahead and serve this up into a bowl. So this is a soup. It's very optional, but how I like to garnish the soup is throwing on a little bit of cilantro, that extra cilantro that we had chopped and not used. Squeeze a lime on top. Just to get that extra flavor in there. And then I'm going to throw on a little bit of avocado. And our soup is done. Alright guys, and that is how to make albondigas. If you like my video and want to see some more recipes, feel free to subscribe.